Good to see you. Happy for the program, happy for the seniors, and so we can make this quick, and you guys can talk to them. It's their day.
Is that kind of one of those games? There's so much emotion out there. You guys get up to that great start. It's tough to maintain.
We honestly talked about not being emotional. We talked about just coming out and just kind of staying locked in and doing our jobs. And there's time to get sentimental, and that's after. And this team is not we wanted obviously to win today. We want to win the Pac-12 championship. That's important, but by no means are we reflecting or doing anything like that at this point. I mean, we have a long way to go. I mean, we feel like we just started. So I mean, that's going to be our approach.
Do you intend to make the senior thing an every year thing where you want to start your seniors?
I mean, I'm not going to commit to anything, year to year. But I love doing that because I know the true value that those walk-ons and managers have to the program. I mean, you could tell a lot about a program by the way they treat their managers and their walk-ons, and our guys are treated like anybody else. So that, I mean, anytime I can do that for Grant Whiteman, I mean, I'm going to do it. And you know what? It works out. He got a steal first play, didn't he?
And as a result, it was Kylan who was not in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
And he comes in and he scores 19 points.
I don't know. I mean, that was awesome. I mean, and if I had a crystal ball and knew that would happen every time, I would start Grant Whiteman and bring Kylan off the bench. But I don't. So.
But was it at least a shade of what you saw from Kylan last year when he was coming off the bench and he had to do that?
I mean, not really. I mean, I saw the ball coming out of his hand really good today, and some of those early shots. And and usually when he does, he can get on a little bit of a heater for a few minutes, and that's what he did.
I mean, the last three games, you've kind of gone back to, or you played like you have in November, December, ball finding the open man, and that's what this team's about.
Yeah, I mean, I thought in the second half when we kind of struggled a little bit offensively, and obviously Oregon didn't struggle at all offensively in the second half. Our defense really struggled, but I thought we took we call them my shots, and our program's built on our shots. So we got to lock into our shots now. I mean, our shot, the definition can vary guy to guy what an hour shot is. So I thought we just got to settle in and early in the game and just make sure the ball's finding the open guy and have your hands and feet ready, locked and loaded, or attack the paint, finish layups, play with your feet on the ground, look at cutters. I mean, just things we practice every single day.
I mean, things felt a little bit hockey-esque for parts of this game, right? Caleb scores 9 early. Kylan gets on heater. Pella starts pouring it in. Keyshawn with the 7-0 run in the second half. Is this a picture of what this team can be when everything's going right?
Well, hockey-esque. I mean, you and I are gonna have to talk about that, like to help me out with that, because I don't know hockey well enough. But but obviously we're a team that can go on runs, but the only way you go on runs is you have to stop people. I mean that's at the end of the day. I mean, I don't have the stats in front of me, and I'm not a slave to them by any stretch. But I think that the teams that have been on more 10-0 runs than anybody in the country are Houston and Arizona. And obviously Houston, we know they play great defense, and they're actually really good offensively too. So it's something we take pride in, is being able to go on runs, but you have to get stopped. So our second half defense left something to be desired, and that'll give us something to focus on Monday.
But there were individuals within that who got hot individually making runs. I mean, do you think that's just a coincidence, or do guys look for each other when they're?
I mean, we don't really. We've never talked about that. I don't have like find the hot hand, mantra. I mean, our deal is find the open man, and if the open man is hot and he's doing what we call his plan A shooting shot preparation, I mean, let it rip. I mean, that's our mentality.
Like the way you're trending, you can talk about it at
Yeah,
the end.
I do like the way we're trending. I mean, other than the Washington State game where obviously we got beat by a good team. I like the way we're trending, and Oregon is really talented. I mean, obviously you saw in the second half. I mean they went inside over and over again, and then they got hot, and they had the Shellstat kid, the little guard, hit a bunch of shots. Dante, went one-on-one and hit a shots, and then Cousinard, man, I mean he looked like that guy that plays for the Timberwolves or whatever his name is. I mean, for a little bit there, just a strong guard that was having his way with us.
One more question. How would you say the chemistry between Caleb and Key has improved throughout the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good. I think the more those guys play together, the better they get. I mean, I know they're good friends. That was a nice, pass that on transition that Caleb through Keyshawn, but that's something we work on all the time. I mean, if you go back and watch the play, I mean, Keyshawn's running, he's even with his defender. Caleb's pushing the ball. Caleb sees the back of Keyshawn's defender's head. You throw the guy open. I mean, it's fun basketball to play, and and so that was a great look. And Keyshawn, I thought Keyshawn's effort running the floor really made a difference today. I think if you look at a lot of those transition baskets in the first half, Keyshawn might not have been the recipient of the pass or whatever, but he was running and dragging defenders with him that created openings. All right, guys, have a good one.
Thank you.